How's everybody doing? And thanks for tuning in to Wicked Warnings, your number one source for construction and emergency safety strobe lighting and equipment, as well as how-to videos here on wickedwarnings.com for cars, vans, buses, bicycles, tricycles, SUVs, snowmobiles, and very beautiful 2022 Chevrolet Colorado little trucks, like what we're looking at right now. We got a fleet of vehicles coming here for a local security company. We got a couple of other ones in the shop right now. There's an Equinox, not quite sure exactly what we're doing with that just yet. Might do a light bar, might do covert. More importantly, right here on this Colorado, if you've got a Colorado and you need a light bar for it, this is our 48-inch NRoads light bar that you see. This is our in-stock light bar. It comes with white alleys and white takedowns. Now, as you see right now, the white alleys and takedowns are flashing as part of the warning, but this light comes with what they call a breakout box by SoundOff. It basically allows you to program anything you want pretty much. You do use a laptop to program the breakout box via a USB line, and it can pretty much do any pattern, display. It'll do arrows in the front and back. It does all kinds of stuff. So it's just limited by how many switches you have. The breakout box has wires. Wires need switches. So this build, being a security company, simple, one rocker switch. That's all they wanted. One rocker switch on the dashboard. That's all we needed. Now, the breakout box is switched on and off via that same switch. Breakout boxes will drain your battery. They cannot be left on indefinitely. So we use the activation switch for the light bar to not only turn on the light bar breakout box inputs, but to also turn on the main power for the breakout box. This keeps the battery charged up every night. No instance of the battery going dead. If the vehicle's left idle for a week or two, you won't come back to a dead battery. Now, we've done this very same light bar before on a couple of SUVs. I believe they were Equinoxes. We might have used a different pattern. As I said, many patterns available. You can even customize every individual light head as if you wanted the end of the light bar to do a certain pattern and the middle to do something else. You can do that. The breakout box and the SoundOff programming is awesome. Lets you control everything. Now, this mount on this light bar is the flexible seatbelt style SoundOff mount. I like that because you're not dependent on a pre-bent metal clip. It basically fits a variety of roofs, and it is a flexible nylon web that you actually mount the light bar with. You do need to drill one hole in the roof. 3/4 inch hole works just fine, and we're going to provide you with a grommet for that in this kit as well as the light bar itself. Alrighty, I shut down the light bar just to show you where we drilled the hole in the roof and where we mounted it. As you can see here, where the light bar is mounted, the straps come directly in front of the front door. I didn't like how this back door rubbed against the strap, so I moved it just forward, and that way the front door will open and close on the strap without any rubbing that could end up damaging it. There are 3 screws that you drill in here. We used a 3/32 drill bit for a pilot hole and hand tighten those screws in stages as the nylon compresses. Hand tighten only, do not strip them out. That's where we drilled through. We were able to run the wiring here forward and along, keeping it away from any and all airbags. We were able to run it right down the driver's A-pillar there. And SoundOff, these particular light bars are pretty forgiving for the wiring. You simply have a red, a black, and a Cat 5 cable. So it's very easy to wire it inside to be able to keep it away from anything that's dangerous. We came right down on the side of the dash. We put our rocker switch right on the dash there. This right here is where we put our switch. Now we're going to link you to one of our flush mount 3/4 rocker switches that we stock here at Wicked Warnings. This is a toggle switch, just a standard duckbill rocker. You could use that if you want, but we're going to link you to one of our flat switches instead. And then I'll take you underneath. I'll show you where we permeated the firewall, just in case you were wondering. Right there, we put a grommet in there as well. We're going to give you another 3/4 grommet for that firewall hole right there. And we put a little split loom we had here locally on the wire to run through the firewall right there. I believe that's possibly the clutch pedal bolt location for a stick shift. If you had a stick shift, you're going to have to find a new hole. Probably go to the lower left of that factory cable going through, but that's where we went on this one. Alrighty, moving underneath the hood here, we lifted this cover and we were able to attach our fuse right there. And I put a max 10 amp on this with the included fuse, but I tell you, when I put my meter over this light bar, it wasn't drawing any more than 3.5 amps. So at full illumination, this light bar right up here, it only draws about 3.5 amps. So we went with a 10 amp just to be sure and to make sure we have a little wiggle room, but that light bar, very low power draw indeed. We are going to give you the fuse kit that you need for the end of there to connect it to the battery. And as far as everything else, this install is pretty simple. Just going to need a little RTV silicone and possibly some Panduit straps to tie everything off, some zip ties. So if you have any questions about this, do feel free to email in. Keep in mind, this is a full-size light bar. This will require extra shipping. So if you're purchasing this full-size light bar and you like this kit, you have a Colorado, wonderful. It should work out exactly the same way. Know that there will be additional shipping based on your location for a purchase of this light bar. But this light bar is something we normally have in stock. The website stock levels are correct. So if you're looking at it and it says green in stock, we should be good to go. But always reach out via email if you have any specialty needs or you want to double check anything at info@wickedwarnings.com. Thanks for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Keep in mind, Wicked Warnings, your #1 source for construction and emergency safety strobe lighting equipment for cars, vans, buses, bicycles, tricycles, SUVs, jet skis, unicycles, and 2022 Chevrolet Colorado security vehicles, just like what you're looking at right here. We'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for tuning in.